Hey everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out a luck-based Lorien build that we've rolled inner piece as our first upgrade. So we're gonna try that. Our dice situation isn't great, but that's okay. Basically what we want to do is have Justice, Legong, and Time to abuse our bonus luck, which will go up once we get the Fates and Serendipity. We're using luck on all of these pieces, and then this Dueling Winds bow for extra master and legend offers, plus it spawns tornadoes for strike. It's okay. Not incredible, but it does do extra strike damage. I'm tempted to switch this out with a master offer bow, but we'll see how this run goes and then go from there. We're using the master legend offer necklace from Act 1, Black Lamp, Torso of the Wanderer for extra damage, legend offers, max HP, and then Queen of Worms for our healing situation. Currently, I think our defenses are kind of weak. We don't have a lot of max HP. We do have regen and lifesteal. We have the luck again. And we should be able to output an obscene amount of damage here. Now, for talents, I guess I should go over that just a little bit. Oh, well, that was lucky. We didn't have to use any dice for that. Now, we are going to take a split second attack here. For talents, we are on a Rain of Arrows super fast attack speed build with move speed, Catwalk, and enchanted arrows. Attack damage on strike damage, max luck since we are a luck build, that's like the whole thing. Max damage on strike and cast, give more damage, which should be nice late game. And then just ran, you know, extra dice, attack speed, whatever. Plus we're using Flash of Inspiration. I don't know if I'm sold on this one yet, but we will see depending on how this goes. I would like Time here. There's an argument to be made we could go Frost because of the crowd control. If we go Frost, we do get the Frost attack, the Ice Daggers proc, which is pretty good. We would give up Gem High, but we'd have a lot of really good legend offers we could get. We can also take Path of Frost, which increases our movement speed, which I think is really good. Also, I think Frost Zones with Flash of Inspiration might be good. So I'm gonna change the plan a little bit here and go with Winter. I do this a lot in the videos. Like, I have a plan and then I immediately abandon it as soon as I have like another idea pop up when a god shows up. Which maybe that's why I enjoy this game so much, because I'm just like, oh, what if I had a Flash of Inspiration? So the other joke of what we're doing is not Pandemonium, although 1, 2, I don't think it's worth 2. I think it would take Light Rate. Oh, we actually, maybe we take Purification. So the joke here, no, we want Retribution, not Retribution, the other one, Reprisal. The joke, anyway, the joke of what we're doing is that Reprisal with insane amounts of luck will basically stun lock in, well, not stun lock, but it'll freeze enemies in place for a while because it gets up to an obscenely high % chance to proc every time they attack you. And in this case, it should be very, very strong when you're pumping up luck. Now that said, we do actually have to find it. I think we take Day of Judgment here, it's just fine. We don't see any more casts, but that's okay because we don't want to see any more casts. Again, our defense is not good. Inner piece is nice. Unfortunately, our max HP is kind of low, so if Fates show up, I think I'd prioritize max HP here. I think on Shrines, I'm prioritizing max HP and probably movement speed. Second Bolt does go kind of crazy. But as good as it is, I think we have to take Tornadoes because it's a huge damage buff. Plus the fact that we have 100% legend offers, we're more or less guaranteed to see Second Bolt again. The only options are literally Second Bolt and Hurricane, and I don't think I want Hurricane. I would much rather have some of the other options. I will reroll though here. Thunderstruck is very good. it's kind of what we want to be doing. Because basically, it's going to give us a chance, especially with our high luck. You'll see, like, we're going to multi-tack a lot. And it's also going to, like, double, potentially triple fire our, our tornadoes. So we take second bolt here. Now, I don't know if, I don't think this gets affected. Oh my god, it does. I hadn't even thought of this. Okay, second bolt does get affected by luck. Wait, is there like a luck Maris build somewhere? Hold on, hold on. I'm cooking something up now mid-run. So we have a 12%. Now luck doesn't affect talents, for the record, but we do have a 12% chance every time we attack to cast the spell, and then we have a 70% chance to double cast it. I like those numbers. I think we take attack damage here. I wish I could look at my stats. I hate that. Attack speed is also quite... I'm gonna take attack speed because we're not time, we're not our summer, we're not gonna get more attack speed. Talk myself into it. I do want reprisal up. But given that light rays is right here, and we are in some type of weird double cast luck build mess that we've created for ourselves. I don't even know if you'd call it a mess. Actually, Icebound, or Icebound's gonna be really good too, because it counts immobilized enemies, which is not just frozen, it's also stunned. And if we can make it to that point, enemies will be stunned. Now, I am playing on Darkness 71. It's like a good testing ground for when things that you think are pretty powerful, when you're not sure about the gear or the stats or whatnot. You haven't really figured out the build, especially with like under 200 HP. I would not push higher. There's a very good chance we die at like before Insect Queen, just depending on how the level ups go. All right, Hoarfrost is an easy pick. We inflict cold and we inflict stun. If we're able to hit a Cobra Shrine, we could be able to inflict poison as well, which is some sweet, sweet tech if you're running Winter. Now we are like super fragile. Ooh. 1% chance. It's like a 3% chance. That's probably better though than 100% chance on kill to heal 0.07. Like that takes so much to actually work. Because I do believe the shrine effects account for luck, or at least they used to. And anything to keep us at higher max HP so that Inner Peace can be more effective is good. Now again, we do want to pick up extra luck from the Fates. That's kind of important for this to work properly. Chain Lightning's the other piece of the puzzle. It can solve some problems that we would otherwise have. It's very good against the insects. They don't have an insane amount of life, and Chain Lightning will bounce around to them. Now, you never know if it, like, because of its very random nature, you don't know if it's gonna, like, go crazy and pop off or whatnot. This feels like a reroll. The question is it a reroll to... I think it's a reroll to Justice. Or Reprisal. 1, 2, 3. We also have... Well, we have both of her legendaries, so we don't have to take Pandemonium right now. Let's take Reprisal. So that's going to be at 23% at level 1, which is a huge number. I did try this build with more luck. Like I had a luck relic on and another lucky piece. The problem I found was that we needed some of the legendaries to function. Basically. Especially when, you know, you're doing things like like double cast. And I mean, if you wanted to go winner, you had to. Oh, so much damage. Unbelievable. Not having Curse of Weakness on an item is just absolutely absurd. They really need to lower the enemy damage. Anyway, Reprisal now is up to 46% chance, which is quite helpful when you have these stupid wolves out here trying to ruin your day. We are close to dead, though. Icebound versus World Freeze. No, take World Freeze. It's a guaranteed chill. I dashed into it. I dashed the wrong way. Okay. So that is a thing that can happen, especially with like the super low life that we're running. I don't know if I really want to switch out anything. It's tempting to switch out this bow for the other one, for this thing, for 20 more master offers. I mean, if you're using Basque or something, you put on one of these crazy ones. You could also go with Firestarter if you want to get real fancy. It has a 0.39 attack time, which is very good. Now, you lose Master and Legend offers. I don't think it's probably worth it. I'm gonna try and run this back and see if we can get a little further. Again, some of the problem here is that we're just, like, so fragile early on. Okay. 13% chance for life on kill is very important. I don't think we're doing the sickles thing here. You definitely can, but I don't think we're about that. All right, let's roll here. We'd really rather have a better split second attack, but I will take it just to lock in. I think the problem last run is that we didn't get enough damage early enough. All right. Kind of the same deal here. Although I'm curious if taking Frost Wolves here actually helps. They're not going to do any damage, but they should slow enemies down, which is kind of what we want. Crom is incredible. Truly incredible. We could go after Crom and just forsake Justice altogether. We lose the reprisal joke, but we can also get some other stuff. Maybe that's worth it. Now, for that to be worth it, we actually have to roll into God of War here, or any master offer, anyone at all. Okay, well, immediately punished, but that's okay. We're gonna try shurikens. You know what? We're just doing it live as the who said that? Like Bill O'Reilly or something? All right, we don't want this. Frostbite plus rupture is a thought. All right, let's get chain lightning and let's level up chain lightning. That's what we really want to be doing. If I'm being completely honest, it's gonna do so much for us. A single target, not good. Multi-target, so good. Oh, and the troll for armor? Okay. That's huge, because now we're sitting at 35 DR, which is significantly higher than what we had. We could take Bloodlust for attack speed on ruptured enemies. Are we really rupturing that many enemies? I mean, maybe. Probably good against bosses. I don't know. We've audibled a little bit. But we're definitely lacking damage, and if we can at some point get God of War, that's gonna, you know, however much multiplier damage. I know it says 222%, but it's like way more than that. Okay, I'll just keep taking Bloodlust. You froze me. How rude. This is not it. None of that was good. All right, we'll take shurikens. This is a weird build. I don't think this is gonna work. I really don't, but that's okay. It's okay if it, oh, that's the wrong shrine. Damn it. There's another well that gives like 33% luck or something like that. That's the one that we want. Now, finding that one is, again, more difficult. War Pact is very good. I don't want to take Chains of War. I don't think. Yeah, we just take War Pact. No need to really think about that one. All the enemies that are a threat, War Pact is good against. We do really need God of War to like kick in though, because our whole strategy right now, since we abandoned Justice, is to defeat enemies before they defeat us. Fatality is one way to do that. Certainly. If it procs, I would like 20 max HP. Thank you, Mr. Hippo. Chill to the bone. Don't mind if I do. Straight chillin'. There's God of War. Okay. Our damage is now significantly higher than it was. Still not very good when we're not hitting chain lightnings, but that's okay. We gotta get there, basically. If you haven't watched a lot of my videos, I think the way the game functions now, you are heavily incentivized to put a lot of points into your main, like, offensive abilities because of how much they scale per level. Like, in terms of just straight number values. Hoarfrost is another multiplier for damage, so that's pretty good. I think Frostwolves was a good pick. Not only does it take, you know, it takes both summons out of the pool. Also, I should have taken Dice. I don't know what I was thinking. If I had taken Dice there, 3% chance to apply Smite. Okay. If I had taken Dice, or banished Dice, I could have banished Frozen Wolves and never have to worry about seeing it again, which would have been better than an Alteration Dice, generally speaking. More level up offers is literally what I was just talking about, in the sense of we want to be leveling up Chain Lightning. I have turned off auto attack for the first time in a while. I think part of my problem is I've been lazy about it and I've just been auto attacking, which is viable with certain builds and certain difficulties, but I need to be able to maneuver around a little better. I don't really care about upgraded shurikens. I think Blade's Adept is actually not bad. So we have a cast. And having a cast that we can, you know, chance to proc with Flash of Inspiration and eventually Second Bolt. Well, now we have a chance to actually get Second Bolt. I don't think you can proc it. I don't think it'll appear for you if you don't have a cast. Now that we can do that, we could apply Bleed to more, or Rupture to more enemies. It's Bleed, whatever. You know, it's called Rupture, it's Bleed. And once we do that, that's going to give us the Bloodlust buff, so that's a good thing. Now, I do think Warpact is probably better. Oh, thank goodness. Another hippo goes crazy. All right. The good thing about Winter here, and Fatality, like, we got a bunch of, like, elite killing abilities right now. Fatality has a chance to just instantly knock them out. If they're not instantly knocked out, they're probably stunned from the cold. Path of Frost is a nice power, assuredly. However, wow, it is just all him, huh? All right, Chain Lightning over Tornadoes. Like I said, you want to level up your stuff more, typically. Getting more strikes would not be bad for us, but like... Chain Lightning does go pretty crazy. Now, we do fall into that same situation as last time, is that are we doing enough damage? I think this time we are. Again, we're trying to make this luck build work. Like, it's... we're fighting an uphill battle here, right? Like, luck got so heavily nerfed in patch 2. Mostly, I think... look, I'm not saying I am the reason for it. I'm just saying I probably didn't help it by making literally every luck build possible during the Act 1 patch? Podrix? I don't know. Every patch, every build. I don't know what the hell I was just saying. I could have taken Cast there to buff Hoarfrost. That'd be interesting. But yeah, we broke luck in half during Act 1, so now we're kind of suffering the consequences of it getting nerfed. Hell, they took it off Nixie altogether, which was my luck character. Alright, we're not using Retribution, so I need to remember not to stand in it. I've definitely been doing that a little bit recently. No, please don't. Oh, and you nerfed my regen too? That's rude. I would like to run away. All right, he's dead. That was okay. That was an okay fight. Not good, for sure. But I'm not really gonna complain about it. We still haven't picked up Frost Zones, which is something I want. I'm gonna take armor here over damage. Would like... Splicka's second attack is a fine upgrade. So we're at 40% damage reduction. Like every 5 to 10% damage reduction does matter quite a bit. I think at our current, we're at 138 armor. I think we're still better off with more armor over life at this point. But, you know, that said, we're basically taking whatever the game decides to give us. Now, having Fatality is a really, really nice way to handle a lot of these things, especially with our attack speed. This is where it's difficult. Second bolt, double casting blades is like fine. I think I'd rather have ball lightning here. It's gonna get us more shrines. Which is the main purpose of it. Again, leveling up chain lightning there would have been really good. Long-term second bolt will probably... You know what? No, it won't. That's not true. Ball lightning is the correct pick there. Just being able to go around the map and pick up more shrines than you otherwise would is so powerful. And I'm not gonna touch the sarcophagi because they have a chance to reduce our movement speed and our luck, like either or. And that is like 2 of our most important stats. Like, we're not living without decent movement speed and decent luck since we're luck based. So yeah, I think ball lightning's a safe choice there. All right, now we take master tornadoes and we're pretty happy about it. Another movement shrine. That's not... See, not exactly what I was after when I said I wanted to get a bunch of shrines, right? We want power. I mean, even just the seals that give 4% to a damage type, the more of those we can get, the better. Also, those shrines aren't terrible either. Let's step away for a second. I have a thought. Would it be absurd to give Legong evasion as a buff, as a passive? Like, no character has an evasion buff. I mean, now I think we just take second bolt. It's gonna be good. I'm not doing the blades trick where you try to avoid them. I don't know if I could if I wanted to, but this feels bad. I want to take these, but I'm pretty sure I just die if I do right now, because we're about to go into the, what Archer would call the danger zone. In fact, I kind of want to prime this ball lightning. Did we actually just hit? Wait. Okay, there was one problem with this. Now we have dash stuff. I'm gonna reroll. That's what I'm gonna do. And ugh, that's trash. That's not. Take tornadoes. We do have Hoarfrost, so poison attacks is actually really good. All right, I'm gonna use it, get stuck on something. Basically, I use that to dodge their first volley, which is the most dangerous part. You know, aside from the second volley and potentially third volley. Really just want to stay away from them. I need like some godlike reaction time. Oh man, Icebound over World Freeze. But we already have Chill to the Bone. We don't have another good way to I have to take World Freeze right now. Let's zip away. Okay, this is like really close. I dodged the wrong way. Bro, I am struggling right now. I don't know what happened, but I have been like on the serious struggle in the game. Let's see if there's any good stuff here. Medium weakness armor, man, love that. Couldn't have been light, huh? Your attack hits have a chance to trigger a black chain lightning. Okay, I'm taking this, and the reason I'm taking it is because this will trigger on this will trigger on Half Moon blades, which you can get a full set of. That's very interesting. All right, let's try this. Let's try the full master offer golden bow thing. Still with the luck, right? And we can also maybe switch up Flash of Inspiration. For cast damage. No, that doesn't really help. Casts are supposed to be bonus here. We get more strike slots. We get attack pierce. We get attack range. All right, I'm gonna reset this. We're just doing this live. You know what? It's gonna be a different type of video. Give me more level up offers. Give me more attack range. We're gonna hit from across the map. We're gonna take full movement speed because it's great. We're gonna take full luck. I'm going to take 1 extra strike. I'm gonna take max flicker. Catwalk, impeccable, if we can ever get there. Enchanted arrows. I still want flash of inspiration, and we're getting rain of arrows. All right, we're gonna try it this way. With more master offers. I think maybe if I take this off, we still have pretty high offers, so I can switch out this amulet for something that's like better. Specifically, I'm looking to see. I have the amulet somewhere. My stash, ignore my stash. It's incredibly messy. But there is, in fact, something here that would be good if I can find it. I'm gonna use the unique one. The Corrine. Okay. Am I about to walk into this to this map with a half full inventory? Yeah. Yeah, I am. But that's okay. All right. Running it back. We are no longer on the extra free tornadoes, but that's fine because we don't really have extra strike slots. It's gonna be a long video, but I'm sure you guys aren't gonna complain. We start with justice. This is fine because we want reprisal. We aren't getting master offers because the game hates us. I will take protection because armor is good. We've talked about it. I'm gonna take life regen. We still have low HP, which is a problem. Summer doesn't do it. Again, flare is really lacking here. Energy missiles is a thing. Energy missiles is a thing we could be doing. Let's do that. Let's do the energy missiles thing.
Sorry, Dad.
Oh, we could also go Mort and get... Oh, hold up. Hold up. We could go Mort and get Vampirism plus Malady plus Sickles. Nah, I'm not seeing it. Well, it's definitely not that. Okay. I mean, Legong is still probably what we want, but we could also go for Winter. In fact, we could we get real fancy and go for from our Min. But alas. Okay, well, there's inner peace. That's... We don't really pass it. It's not so great. It's not like as incredible as normal when you only have like 194 HP. But it's not bad. So we did lose a lot of strike damage by switching to this bow. That is one of the problems with what we've done. I don't... Is it just meant to be? Is that what's happening? What if we... What if we sudden death? The Soul Stealers plus Lifelink? You know what? This seems crazy enough. I'm just gonna do it. All right, we now have sudden death. We have a 12%... I think it's a lower chance than that to cast it because it's a high cooldown spell. We can get sudden death plus Day of Judgment. Have some extra casts. Ideally, we hit gym high here at some point and just start attacking insanely fast.
Which way?
This could be great. Oh no. Oh no. All right, this is fantastic. This is fantastic, but I don't think we have to take it because we're already locked in. The extra dash, though. The extra dash. What are we doing? No, I'm gonna take Gemini here. It's just so much more coverage. Give me sudden death. Let's this is a weird one. For sure. At some point we need to take a basic attack. Also, that would probably be good. Now, Magic Missiles does have a 56% chance to proc, and Magic Missiles scales up really well. So we want to put more points into it when we can, which is why Fate is here to offer us more. Now we take Lifeline. So I talked about this earlier. When you have Inner Peace, Lifeline is insanely good. This is a strike damage pick. Because we switched bows, we lost a lot of strike damage. We need to make up for that. I'm glad that thing gave us dash damage to really help us out. Time, Jim Jaime, taste of time. Good enough. Good enough. If I could have taken Jim High out of the pool and still taken Magic Missiles, I probably would have done that. However, I could not. Okay, take sudden death. That's fine. We're doing that. It's a thing. Take more armor. Nah, I'm gonna alterate. What? Apparently, we want a sudden death all the time. The goal here is to hit Gem High, max out Magic Missiles, and just literally spam Magic Missiles. This may end up being like a worse version of, I mean, it's not Magic Missiles. I can't call it Magic Missiles because freaking Maris has Magic Missiles as a talent. That's frustrating. Is Energy Missiles or Energy Barrage or whatever it's called. Day of Judgment? Okay, yep, that's kind of what we're doing. Poison attacks is fine. It's free damage. Our AoE is truly non-existent right now. This is a weird one. I don't know if this is... I don't really know what's happening with this one. If luck affected our talents, I would say this would probably be good. But because it doesn't, we're kind of just like not doing things that we should be doing. Vampirism is good. Vampirism is very good. In fact, I would say I probably would have been better off putting on a different headpiece if I was going to go this route. Like, I would switch this out for something with some armor and maybe some max life on it. Or some type of defensive stat. Because with Inner Peace and Vampirism, it's kind of overkill. Like, we're not dying from getting worn down. We're dying from getting beaten down. Do I take sudden death again? Is that crazy? I mean, we're not cursing anybody. Although we could take Black Serpents, start cursing people and deadly. I still think I want to do that. I still think we want Warp Strike and Gem High. This is so odd. I don't know how to feel about this. But this is what happens when this thing just beats you down. Oh, power duration, power damage, power area. So we're looking at getting reprisal. I don't think the other powers matter. Power duration maybe if we wind up on alteration ritual. Makes the most sense. So we're using 2 screen clear attacks with extra ways to proc them. It's very odd. Okay, well. We definitely have a damage problem though. Like, we need to upgrade magic missiles and we need more luck. Because right now we're living on we're living on frickin' Day of Judgment and death. Which is not exactly where you want to be. We could Soul Stealers. Could definitely Soul Stealers. Could also Sickles. Problem with Sickles, right, is it's just like not good till later. It also doesn't really go with the luck build. Very anti-thematic. Take like a... Oh. Well, yeah, we take Execution here. Yeah, we take Execution there. We try and get our... Yeah. We stick to the plan. Execution's a huge pickup. How much? 86% chance. So... almost every time something dies, just get that much more XP. It's not bad. I feel like we're relying on, like, not only in-game luck, but also, like, pure RNG for freaking our cast to work. Let's take Warped Attack now. It's more damage, it's more XP. We need to level. We need to get more levels. We're XP heavy build. There's XP everywhere. I love it when bonfires give you 5 XP or 5 HP. We might die to Cursed here. This is such a dumb thing I've created that we might just die to Cursed. Okay, well. Yeah, we needed more strike damage for our magic missiles, I think. Temporal Lord? No, just take magic missiles. I don't know why the game doesn't want to give me gem high. It would really, like, be really useful. But we are about to die, unfortunately. I mean, if I stay away from him, maybe we can heal enough. We have Inner Peace plus Vampirism plus a ton of attacks. We do have to stay away from him, though, and that's very hard to do. Stop, stop. And see, now he's gonna start putting the stuff on the ground, which is bad, and we're gonna... We need a cast, please. Okay, Day of Judgment and Death build does not work. That was cute. Oh my god. Look at energy missiles doing nothing. All right. We get to take a look at the shop. And we're gonna do one more run. One more. I know this is gonna be a long video. Ooh. Extra, the maneuver belts are pretty good. Unfortunately, not enough. Power damage, power projectiles, enemies take less action, life on kill, 6 banishes. A half moon relic? I don't know if I have one. I'll take it just in case. Interesting. Interesting. All right. I don't think I really want to change anything. I think I just want to attempt to find the right set of gods for this to work. I like the idea of spamming luck, but it feels like our early game has just been rough. We have to focus on damage, and this is where we do it. We just take the chain lightning, stop goofing around, there's Crom. We're going to take rampaging attack here for extra damage and projectiles. It's very good. Now, our third god should probably be Justice. Very much not for Pandemonium. But Light Rays is something. I would like damage. All right, this is a, like, much better DPS start than whatever we were doing before. I think if we can hit a few more, if we can hit a few more good abilities, we're gonna be set. God of War is one of them. Now, as always, running something like this goes a little risky. Gemini's great. Take Lifeline, probably. Probably take Lifeline with how little HP we have. We already have extra arrows. Get us some good shrines. Dash recharge speed. Adept reprisal? Nah. Okay. I'll take fatality. That seems fine. We'll take 30 armor. We are not an attack-focused build, even though our attacks do a significant amount of damage. I think the real problem with what we're doing, right, is that we've given up so much percent damage in whatever, like, damage type we would be doing with our luck. We could have basically turned that into 200% strike damage or however much of a different type of attack. But because we've traded that, we just need so much help from gods to, like, fill that gap. And we don't get too much in return. I will keep taking rampaging attack if he's gonna offer it. Like, it is a strong ability. Okay, we'll take Master War Pact here. There's a hungry hippo. Second bolt is probably worth it here with light rays. Now, I did say all that about, you know, luck giving up you know, cast damage and whatnot. However, I'm not opposed to trying something with Maris with second bolt and casts and, you know, extra luck. Just have to find the right build. This is the one. All right. That 12% luck actually puts us at 201, which is quite good. I've gotten much higher than that. I just don't think... I don't think, unless you have enough gear, that really functions. I think this has luck too, right? 12% luck? Okay. The shrines are on our side this run. The gods are on our side. We got Master Reprisal there, which is just chilling at 24% chance. I don't feel like I need to put any more points into that right now. We have focus on damage. But it's super nice to have that. It's going to be very useful later on. I think maybe if we had more global damage, this would work better with the whole cast plus everything else. Probably need to pick cast or strike. Like attack cast or strike or attack strike and not mess around with both. I think War Pact here because it both buffs the damage of our, you know, of all of our abilities since we're basically split 3 ways here. We could take blood swords, although I think that's probably just a waste of a level up. And based on how these runs have gone, I don't think wasting a level up is probably a good idea. I think it's probably ill-advised. Look, I just want to make the luck build work at 70, or, you know, 70. I left it at 71 just because it worked out that way and whenever I unchecked. Obviously, this works just fine at 30 and 50. I'll take more light rays. Life and armor. We do not have inner peace yet, notably. All we have is Crom. All we know is war. Honestly, hard to complain about that. Now, we could do blades. They do apply rupture. Charge has a knockback. Shurikens are shurikens. I don't know what to say about that. Let's take blades. We have a over 50% chance to double cast them every time we cast them. We also have a chance to cast them whenever we're just casting. Light rays gets an extra projectile. That seems pretty useful. I will keep pumping light rays. We're gonna give up dash recharge speeds because 4% isn't very much, but 16% damage is a lot. We still need inner peace, I think, for this to really pop off. Maybe. Honestly, maybe master protection might be better. Just need the survivability. The tank ability for when things get rough. Good. Desert Well. That's exactly the shrine I needed just then. Don't know what I would have done without it. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't fixed, so I'll take 24 max life, XP a second, movement speed for free. Honestly, I would have been happy with that shrine, even if it wasn't broken. I had to take the top part. I would have been totally acceptable. Again, not opening sarcophagi. We don't need to get the mummy's curse. My wife sent me a Instagram thing, which you have to open immediately. And it was like some guy to people reacting to them finding the Book of the Dead in Egypt or something like that. Do I take Hurricane here? Over Tornadoes? I think I take Tornadoes. And it's like, hey, guys, can you please like not read from the Book of the Dead? And there's like the canopy jars, like just from the movie. And it's like, hey, could you also like not, could you please not open those jars? Don't read the names on the sarcophagi. Just like stay away from it. Be much appreciated if you could not like plunge the world into darkness. And that's why we don't open sarcophagi. Because you end up losing your tongue. And that sounds like a bad time. All right, 320 life. 320 life, a lot of damage. A lot of casts. There's a lot of effects going on here. Power... I mean, technically this does do damage. I don't think... Our area, maybe? I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't think power duration would increase the stun duration, because the power applies a debuff, not like it's not applying the stun. Dash recharge speed. We've already made up for that other shrine. You can really tell how the run's gonna go by this point in the run. Like it's going so much better. We just take rampage attack. Just don't even sweat it. Sometimes you just have to have a few bad runs to make everything work. Now here we're gonna alterate and take ourselves some better tornadoes. Now that we also have tornadoes, I'm also very open to taking Hurricane. I will click on the Stone of Power. Summon damage, perfect. It's just what I needed. I was really thinking we could do for some summon damage for our genie. Serendipity? Okay. Lifeline is good. We haven't taken Pandemonium. I would be fine with Expert Serendipity. It currently affects Chain Lightning, Tornadoes, Reprisal, and Second Bolt. Reprisal's at 25. This is at 134%. It's at 69%. Nice. Yeah, that had to be good. Because eventually we're gonna hit Pandemonium, it's gonna go to Expert, and then I'm content with that. Is my thought process. Maybe we hang out here with the arts. For the record, luck does not affect pickup drops. I think, unless they changed it. They may have changed it, I don't know. Previously, it was supposed to be like a combination of luck plus pickup drops. It's very possible it still does. It like, they might have not changed it, I'm not really sure. So forget what I said about it not affecting it. I need to go research it. Put it on my list of things to figure out. But you know what? We are going to hang out here with all these hearts for the insect section, which has been really bugging me. Yeah, just more light rays. More light rays. What could go wrong? I got stuck on a basket of fruits. That's an odd way to go. Okay, we've picked up all the, well, almost all the hearts. There's inner peace. We will take that. That's extra XP as well as some solid regen. Not that we really need it. I think our regen situation was good, but it's hard to pass. I'm going to click on this now to hopefully get rid of these before they kill us.
Stormy cloud.
Tornadoes me again. We could very easily get tornadoes up to 200%, and if it's at 200%, it's gonna shoot another wave of tornadoes, which is good. Rom hits us with a rampaging attack up, which I'm in for, and dash recharge speed. I think we're just doing it. I'm pretty sure I just picked up a revive item, so if it really gets messy, I could throw that on. I just have to remember I have it. All right, we're tornadoes coded instead of lightning, chain lightning, so let's just keep it going that way. Normally with tornado builds, I'd like to have like extra strike projectiles, but we weren't so lucky this time, I guess. Even though everything else is going way better than any of the previous attempts. I was talking about in the Discord earlier, but Lorian really is a dumb character. He has the most luck in his talent tree. He has the highest movement speed buff in his talent tree, talent-wise. He's got the best dice offers in his talent tree. He has some of the best capstone talents. He has this probably the single best summon in his talent tree. He has dash recharge in his talent tree, which other people don't even have. I really didn't leave myself much room here, did I? Can't be equipped. Well, it's medium armor, so never mind that strategy. That's okay. I dare say I don't think we'll need it. That might be the type of language that gets me killed, but here we are. We are putting out some damage, though. That's for sure.
You must be doing something right if I'm...
Yep. Doing something right. Something right. Just take chain lightning, which is good. Light ray. I mean, we're very invested in light rays right now. I think light rays is a big part of our damage. So much so that we probably, I'm gonna take cooldown reduction. Probably should have put some more into our our light rays like setup. I don't need this. I don't need this. Not using this. Not using this. And that is a whole lot of damage, but not the other things we want. I don't think. It's very slow. Duration, however, I'll hold on to it. I'm holding on to it because duration does affect Shadow Shift from Nixie. So I just need to compare it to other knives I have. Yeah, I take Hurricane, whatever. It's fine. It's not exciting. It's just a good, it's one of my favorite spells. It's just, it doesn't do a ton of damage. Just because its base damage isn't very good. But it does do the CC job very well. All right, we should be able to handle this pretty easily with Light Rays buffed build. Although we are also kind of a glass cannon here, so... And she's cheating by being off the screen. That was extremely dangerous. It almost went it almost went south for us. Has me a little worried about later. Cooldown reduction is good. Oh, this is nice. Tornadoes is pretty easy pickup here. We'll get tornado damage now. It's up to 25,000 to 32, 167% chance. We haven't leveled up our luck anymore. We also haven't hit Pandemonium. Oh, just all the mythics are dropping now. More summon damage. You'll love to see it. Tornadoes goes up. Our strategy for the gen might be to just like try and get behind him and shotgun him with tornadoes pretty quickly. I guess that works better with the crit build because you can bypass the cooldown. More tornadoes. I'm gonna take strikes, have apply smite. $356 HP. All right, so I was told I should be walking in a circle for these. Now, that said, it's kind of difficult since we have to attack as well. I'm gonna take Expert Thunderstruck for sure. The circle thing does work, but it depends on your build. So if you're using like the summon build, like I was using when people were talking about it, very effective. Because you do actually not get hit if you walk around the correct circle. Now, if you're not using that and you're slowly moving around attacking here, it's a little less effective. It's still better to try and make circles. And if you have enough dashes, you could do it. Like, it's still kind of working. I think you end up making, like, little diamonds instead. Bloodlust is tempting. We have a lot of dice, though. I mean, Chains of War is okay, but it's not really doing anything. Thunderstruck cooldown reduction by a full second is kind of a lot. Thunderstruck is low-key one of the better abilities in the game. It's just getting to the point where you're allowed to take it and be successful is difficult. But once you're there, it's real good. That elemental exploded. He exploded so hard. Day of Judgment. versus reprisal up. I did want reprisal up, but I think we take Day of Judgment here. Its cooldown is 20. Okay, it's like nothing. But it's summon count first. But there are moments like at 18 and 19 minutes where nuking the field can be very helpful. Also, if if it destroys all your enemies, then your light rays will focus on a single target. So that's kind of a synergy.
The scales.
I definitely think I would redo. Oh, so chain lightning, lifeline, serendipity, thunderstruck. Good enough for me. Thunderstruck goes to, it gets a lot better. And then serendipity goes to 14%, which puts us at 78% second bolt. I mean, it's a thing. Yeah, I wonder if lightning orb second bolt full cast Maris would be viable with like Sign of the Hydra. What the hell? There's a lot of text on that item. Now we'll take reprisal. Hey, it took me an hour to figure out a viable, working, functioning build, and the joke here was that just taking Crom early to have enough damage is what made it work. And then we just pushed through. Do I reprisal again, or do I take more armor? So reprisal currently has a 50% chance to go off every time they attack, but it has a cooldown. I think I'd rather just take the armor. Puts us at 44 DR. It's a pretty healthy number. Vigorous footwear of haste. So much stuff being thrown on the ground. But at this point, I'm really looking for like obscure gear, like stuff with special effects on it are like devoted to one type of effect. Like randomly statted stuff is not where I want to be. And I mean, I've got like 90 hours in patch 2 by now, I think, so kind of makes sense. Maybe more, I'd have to check. Thunderstruck? Yeah. Wait, if it's active, we should be able to see. I don't think it's active right now. Tough to tell. Hard to tell because some of the animations are the same. Alright, so we're gonna make circles. We're gonna see how good it is. It seems to be working okay. Rampaging attack is neat, but we're past it. Another Thunderstruck is pretty good. Thunderstruck also interacts with the Corrine to give us free attacks. Retribution's not terrible here. However, I think I'd rather just take more Thunderstruck. Also, more Serendipity. Ooh. Before we get to the fight here, let's take Protection up. We haven't taken a dash. Before we get to the fight here, we're at 306% luck, which means we have a 100% chance for Chain Lightning, 200% chance for Tornadoes, 51 Reprisal. What is Second Bolt? 80%. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know if taking blades here is really worth it. But I don't know if taking anything else is worth it either. Blood Source isn't going to do anything. Just take blades. It's fine. We're out of alteration dice, so. All right, time for the Djinn. We have a little tiny health shrine. As long as we just keep moving, we should be fine. To not stand in his Inferno there is probably a good idea. Light rays should do it. Wow, he dropped a lot of stuff. All right, well, let's drop our crap. We actually did it. We won with the light build. This is so close. No master offers, though. Those boots are pretty good. Also close. A belt of luck, you say? Nah. Nah, and nah, and nah. Okay, well, now it's like, take whatever. We did it. We won 71 with a luck build. Didn't think it was possible. Light rays was our top DPS. A rampaging attack did a lot. I do not think this is a good idea. I do not suggest you try this. But I did it for science, and it only took like an hour and 15 minutes, but that's okay. You guys get a long video. Thunderstruck is crazy. Thunderstruck is so good. I'm curious about going full on a Thunderstruck build, like what we'd have to do to make it work, but overall, not hating. Blades did things. Light ray, full light rays with no extra cast damage is crazy. Oh well. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. I know that was long. Thanks for sticking around if you did. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Let me know if there's any other wacky stuff you guys want to see. I think I have something else cooked up on a different character, but I am kind of interested in maybe trying a luck thing with second cast plus Hydra plus twin cast plus esoteric flow with extra luck to get second bolt to work. I don't know. Might be too much effort for too little payoff, but it sounds fun. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Jeff out. Bye.